I tell, Mac and everybody else, like I've not known really life not being a father, right? So like, but you lived a life. So what was life like going from single man to now single father? What was that switch up like?
Yeah, see,
And specifically when it came to dating.
Right. Well, this is it. So I was married, right, to his mother. And it was I became a single father a few months after we were divorced. So as far as single, I wasn't living your normal single life. I'll be honest with you, brother. My whole focus was my career and my son, and really not even in that order. So that's where my time and my dedication was. I'm serious, bro. I didn't party. I didn't hang out. Now I took vacations. I'll take a vacation. My mom would watch my son, but my life was really centered around him and his schedule and everything that he needed.
And I'm pretty sure your son could speak to it more, but I'll ask you as the father and the primary parent. Did you see any? Because we're so in especially in being Black, and being surrounded by so many products of single mothers' homes. Did you see any fundamental lack in your son from not having a mother in the house all the time, or not being around his mother? Like, was there more things was he like more masculine and like lacked in certain areas where maybe a feminine touch would have helped?
Yeah. So not so much, but what I realize, and I think it depends upon the type of mother that you have. So his mother is a very, very strong and outspoken person, right? So he would go visit her every other weekend. But I think one of the things I'm gonna tell you that I did that kind of curbed a little bit of this, my son only saw me date 2 women ever. All right. When he was a kid. So he didn't see women coming in and out and all that. He didn't see that. So he didn't have an opportunity to get attached. But what I did notice is that he wanted that attention, I think, from women. Or so, probably more validation from women, probably just for the mere fact, once again, that there was no mom or woman in the home, So I did, notice that at times, but my mother was a very instrumental part as well, in his life. But once again, that was his grandmother.
Right.
But I would see that though. Yeah. So, I mean, man, it's definitely a challenge. And there's always something that a child misses, I believe. Not having, come on now, what we used to call a nuclear home.
Yeah. Yeah. The nuclear family. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, okay. So now you did say you did introduce 2 women to him. What was the thing what was it about those relationships that, where you said, okay, let's, I'll trust, this woman meeting my son?
Right. Well, the last one that he met, I married. All right. So in a minute, his stepmom, and they still have a very, very, very close relationship. All right. The other person was somebody that I dated for probably a year and a half, 2 years. And she just became a very instrumental part of our family. I mean, loved on my son, my mom, our family, she was just that kind of woman, and she's married right now and still has a relationship with my mom or whatever, just good people. And so that's definitely separated her. The other women that I may have dated, nah.
So discernment, it sounds like like you have a great, it sounds, and I seen that on the show, that you have a great spirit of discernment, a great gift of discernment, which we spoke about many times on this podcast, that keeps me, Mac, Ryan, even Che, like our spirit of discernment keeps us out of a lot of bullshit. Right. Now me and Ryan, our discernment may say stay away, but we still go forward because we like getting into shit. But like overall, like discernment
toxic.
is always
it's called toxic.
I don't like the way he said that.
I'm sorry.
Mac Wilds. Sorry. I didn't like that. But so the reason I brought that up is because with that, you having this great sense of discernment, and I guess there's no other way to ask this question, like to tip around it. How what do you think it was that led to being a twice divorcee, do you think did you make the wrong decision, or is there something else that, is there a level of life that we just don't know about yet where people, tend to like most people say in divorces, like grow apart?
Yeah. So very, very good question. And it's so funny because the first book that I ever thought about writing, and I still haven't birthed it yet, was going to touch a little bit on my first marriage and what happened. So here it is, and I'll sum it up for you. I was in college. Now listen to me. In college selling dope. All right. And October, I think around 1980, 88, it had to be. Hey man, God touched my life, brother. And when I say he saved me, and he saved me from some stuff. The direction that I was going in. All right. Two of my closest partners, one has done 10 years state, the other one done 11 years in the Fed. My life I wasn't producing at the level that I should be being in college. That's where I was at, bro. All right. So I left that environment and went into a church environment. And from the time that I got there, I was married 10 months later.
Sheesh.
Married 10 months later. So I was actually 22. My birthday is July 25th. I was married on August 26th. I almost was 21, but I turned 22. And that was the direction, man, that my life went. So that marriage, without a doubt, if I had to do it all over again, that definitely shouldn't have happened. I mean, it was one of those things that I think it was expected. This is what you do. God only has one person for you. That ain't true. We didn't date in court, and hold on, and didn't sleep with her until we got married. Ooh. Right? And only to discover sexual dysfunction. That's a whole nother subject, right? But never, right? So here it is. Now, come on now. In the normal dating world, right? Pre that, y'all know that would have never happened, right?
Right.
Come on, man. That would have never happened. But that's a part of my story, right? So we were together 9 years, separated at 5 years. So I was separated for 4 years of a 9-year marriage. Wow. And that's when I really was tested and tried, because what I did, when I say every weekend, I got my son every weekend. So once again, there was no partying, there was no hanging out, there was no deviation. That was my focus. So after that, it was just my son and I for about 10 years, man. My second marriage, be honest with you, I said this 1,000 times. You could have never told me I've been divorced.
Wow.
You just, when I say I thought I found the woman of my dreams, the person, man, that I could build a life with, without a doubt, grow old with, wanted her to be the mother of my, hopefully 1 or 2 more kids. That was a non-negotiable for me. I still wanted to have more kids, because I believe that children are a man's legacy. That's your heritage.
Yeah, you said that on the show, yeah.
And oh no, bro, I believe that. Without they carry your name, long after you gone. People don't realize that. Once you've made so much money out here, come on, man, what you gonna do? Perfect example. Look at Eddie Murphy. We ain't gonna go there. Hey, Eddie Murphy has so many wives, but guess what? He's respected. He got a relationship with all them kids, and all them women respect him because he's a great father. And anybody that's a great father, I salute you, because this soldier territory, brother. This soldier territory. So my son and I, 10 years, and then I married. And unfortunately, it wasn't what it was supposed to be, man. And we ended up separating and ended up getting divorced. And as I say this, a little tongue in cheek, and I don't take it lightly, but I've been healed and I'm good. I've been married twice, Miles, and I divorced both of them. I was the plaintiff.
I like it. Listen, I like it over here. OG, we got third member. We got third member of the squad, fourth member of the squad. Ryan is in here. Fly Ride is in here. I hope he washed his hands.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Took a
It's
shower.
it's still a pandemic. It's still a whole.
It's still a pandemic,
panini
you know.
outside.
You don't want to, you know.
It's still a whole
you don't-
panini outside, bro.
It's
Come on, son. Niggas
very,
gotta take-
very, you know.
Into the
Okay,
shower.
so boom. So now, so now, you know, you know, the whole reason why, you know, why here. What is the decision to go on Ready to Love season 2?
So, good friend of mine. He wanted to be on TV so bad. Man, listen. He went and I guess he did a little interview with Ready to Love. I didn't know anything about it. I don't watch reality TV. Let's start there. So he hit me up.
Missing out. You are missing out, OG. I'm telling you, there's some good stuff on there, but I tell you, boy. You are part of it. You are a part of it, but there is some good shit on reality TV.
That's a fact. Oh man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
So man, he hit me up. He said, "Hey, listen, I submitted your name today, but it showed Ready to Love." So he told me the gist of it. You know, singles in Atlanta, the dating complexities, yada yada yada. He said, "Man, would you be on reality?" I said, "I can't." I said, "Niggas, you out your mind?" That's what I told him. I said, "I don't do reality TV." You know, I said, if y'all buried the N-word, I just resurrected it for 2 seconds.
No. We ain't. No,
we
not here.
about to say.
Not here. The nigga is alive and well at the guys next door.
It thrives over here. This is where the name comes up.
Yeah.
So, man, he's like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Bro, I don't do reality TV. I don't watch reality TV." And so he said, "But you single? And man, you could." I said, No. So he kept asking me. End story. Season 2 comes around. He shoots me a text message with the link to go on there and apply. And he's hit me up again. He said, "They back on." He said, "Why won't you do it?" He said, "You single. You could meet somebody." I said, "Now that's true."
Right.
He said, "And you got a clothing line." He said, "If nothing else," he said, "that's free advertisement." Now I said, "That's about the most sense you done made."
Should have started with that.